Next, we invite Dr. Lisa Ho, Head of the School for School of Life Sciences, and Ms. Jeannie Lim, Assistant Program Manager, School of Health and Nursing, and student Surya, to present a multitude of options and opportunities available from their respective schools for you to pursue a pathway in life sciences, nursing, and healthcare management. Dr. Lisa and Jeannie, please.
Thank you very much, Jose. So good afternoon. I'm Jeannie from the School of Health and School of Health and Nursing. And on my right,
hi everybody. I'm Dr. Lisa Ho, Head of School for School of Life Sciences. Good to see all of you here today. And this is my student.
Hi everyone, I'm Surya. I'm currently studying in School of Life Sciences as a final year student in Biomedical Science.
Yeah. So we are here today because we want to tell everyone about the possibilities out there, especially for those of you who graduated with O-levels, and we want to introduce to everyone the options available here. There are so many things that one can venture into at that age after getting your O-levels. It's a very exciting time of your life, and there are choices to be made. There's lots of choices, so come and take a look here. For example, we have a beautiful campus. It's huge. It's like 3 hectares, if I'm not wrong, and it's a well-equipped campus. As for School of Life Sciences, we have 4 specialized labs that caters to, let's say, anatomy, biochemistry, final year projects, and molecular biology. So actually, I encourage everyone to come over and take a look. Today's our open house.
yes. So we're here with Dr. Lisa today because we want to talk about her diploma programs, IFD,
Yes.
and how it can lead up to all kinds of different choices. Because your IFD doesn't mean that you only are doing science things. You can look at the broader applications.
Correct.
It makes it easy to switch into adjacent industries as well, like
Yes.
healthcare especially.
For example, healthcare. Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So
So
back
we
to
have
the-
this International Foundation Diploma program offered in the School of Life Sciences. It's a 6-month full-time program or 12-month part-time program where students can do 8 modules, and upon passing that, they feed into the degree programs here. It could be degree in nutritional science.
Yes,
it can be a degree in biomedical sciences or degree in biotech sciences. So for students who are planning to go into a life science degree but didn't get to do biology or chemistry in secondary school for O-levels and is like wondering, oh, have I missed a chance? Well, fear not. There's such an international foundation diploma, IFD, offered here in the School of Life Sciences, where students can complete this in 6 months, and this can allow them to get fed into the Biomed or Biotech or nutritional science degrees offered here. You want to tell them more about nutritional science degree?
Okay, we have a bit of confusion sometimes when people ask me about nutrition science, because we have things like nutritionists and dietitians. So dietitians tend to be more like towards the individual. They are worried about the diets of the person. So if the person, for example, has had gastro issues, they may need a very specialized diet. So the dietitian generally works on them with this, or if they can only take liquid diets because something really bad has happened to the colon, for example. So imagine living on a liquid diet all your life. That would be really hard, difficult to manage.
Yeah.
So the nutritionist, on the other hand, looks at a more broader-based population kind of nutrition. So imagine things like, for example, making sure that everybody doesn't take too much salt, so that you don't have too much high blood pressure, chronic disease.
It's so common here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it actually feeds back in a way to all your biomedical, biotech stuff, because there are nutritionists who have even invented alchemy fibers, which helps to reduce the glycemic index for the rice.
After a meal.
Yes, correct.
So we always have to look out for that. It's good that these new products or new inventions come about. These are things that come about from various streams of research in biotech and biomed, and it benefits so many people, especially with special dietary requirements. So let me tell you about this common question that I always get.
I definitely wanted to ask you. In fact, when I first saw you too, I was asking her, what's the difference between biomed and biotech?
Yeah. Everybody asks me that. What's the difference between biotechnology and biomed degree? Okay, they are very similar. I know lots of people kind of sort of feel that, oh, they're so similar. What's so special about it? Okay, biomedical sciences usually caters to the human body. Anything that happens to the human body, better understanding of your organs, blood, and all the different developments for whether it's for understanding the bone growth or genetics or skin repair or muscle repair. So everything pertaining to the human body is the study in biomedical sciences. Okay, as we use the word biomedical, it means it has consequences with diseases of the human body.
Yes.
But for biotechnology, it is a much wider scope. It can encompass things like technology pertaining to food production, drink production, yeast for making bread, different yeast for making wine, beers, kombucha, which is very common now, very popular. Different ways of fermenting beans to have bean product for better protein yield. It could be for cosmetics. It could be how to extract better enzymes that are good for skin exfoliation. So it's a natural source. It's not harsh on the skin. All this technology came from biotechnology research. It could be even industrial enzymes for fabric manufacturing. The fabric that we wear, we take it for granted that, oh, they're soft and they're smooth, they're easy to handle, they're easy to iron. Actually, it comes with a lot of research behind the scenes. A lot of people are not aware that there are scientists and there are biologists, biotechnologists making good enzymes to treat fabric so that they are softer, so that the colors stay bright, so that the fabric feels smooth on the skin. So all this comes from research in biotechnology. I'm just naming a few. There are actually many good products that came about because of biotech. Yeah. So I'm just giving you a nutshell. What's the difference between biotech and biomed? Yeah. So let me let my student tell you more about what he has done here and how it was his journey coming into our degree program. He's in biomedical sciences and he's in his final year. So he's almost going to graduate in a few months, and let's hear it from him. Tell us more, Surya.
Thank you, Dr. So my journey here has been very fulfilling, with
very
the practical
fulfilling.
lessons and everything. We've got good lecturers that are very engaging. They're always ready to answer your questions. And the friends I got here are really great.
Yeah, that's good.
And
what made you choose biomed and not biotech, for example?
because I'm always interested more in how the human body works. I wanted to learn how much we can do more to improve our way of living, and do more research and help us.
Yeah, we do have a very good hands-on program here, and also in the final year, the whole final year, students have to do a final year project, so they get a lot of exposure to doing hands-on work, research work which is very beneficial for someone interested in developing their career in research or going on to further studies in master's program. Usually it's also very hands-on. You got to have the techniques, under your belt to do masters and PhD in science, and also good for people who want to venture into another field in health sciences. Yeah. So with a good foundation in degree, you can move on and venture into other growth paths, career paths, which are linked to Biomed or Biotech, and this is a good starting point. Okay, tell us, how did you find us?
So as I finished my NS, then I was just looking for the courses that I'm interested, more based on the human sciences, So I was just looking up online, then I came across MDIS with a 3 years honors degree in biomedical sciences.
Right.
And so it's a really good opportunity, so I just got in here.
Yeah, this is our selling point, our unique selling point. We have a 3-year program with a direct honors. So not many programs out there like this, because usually you have to finish 3 years of bachelor's degree and then spend another year for honors degree. Over here in MDIS, our collaboration is with Northumbria University, and it is a 3-year direct honors program. It is very intense. It's not a walk in the park, I must be very honest, but it prepares the student very, very well. And it covers all the basic units that a student would ever need, whether it's genetics, microbiology, immunology, biochemistry, molecular biology, bioinformatics, anatomy and physiology. So all these are very, very key foundation stone for a good degree. Tell us more about it. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoyed learning more about my molecular sciences.
I see.
So each and how every enzymes react the body, and how even change in minute quantities can create bigger issues like cancer and everything, and the practical skills that we need for future research and everything is very helpful here.
Yeah, it's important to have that practical skills, the hands-on laboratory skills that prepares the student well for future research. Are you keen on doing future research for your
yes.
masters?
I'm keen on doing masters and going for a PhD.
Yeah, a lot of our students actually move on to do masters and PhD because they have such a good foundation and strong foundation in their basic units in molecular and biology sciences that it applies easily. It can be used in various fields of research. Yeah, so some of them even also go into nutrition research. Which is healthcare. Which helps a lot of people, which has impact on our society. Yeah, which is something that I feel that the young people in of O-level school leavers will start thinking. Some of you might always had an inkling but never had an opportunity. If you want to know more, please come and find us. We will have time to explain to you and let you know more about the degrees and the programs that we have on offer that can bridge you from maybe you didn't do chemistry or you didn't do biology, can serve as the bridge. Doing the IFD can allow you to get into a biology program, a Biomed degree or a Biotech degree. Yeah,
I've always actually felt that, because I think Biomed or Biotech sounds very very mysterious to a lot of people, especially if they don't have science backgrounds.
Right.
But I think, I'd like to also ask you, what kind of interest do you have in a sense that what do you plan to focus on for your future studies, research as well?
For my future studies, I'm planning to focus on more immunological studies
immunology.
and drug development for diseases.
I
Wow,
see.
okay.
Yeah, that's very
That
good.
is really very good. Really. I support anybody who wants to do immunology because those are some of the
Those are the
That's
tougher
some of the most
ones and important
tougher
ones.
diseases too.
Immunology.
So we do need more people like that, frankly, really, because we
Yes,
do
that's right.
really need a lot more research in these areas.
Yeah.
I mean, from the healthcare point of view,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm kind of biased from here.
For especially now during this pandemic era, a lot of you hear about words like immunology and virology, and transmissible diseases, transmission rate, this sort of thing. If this piques your interest, I think you might have the right mindset, or I like to think that life science is for you. Yeah. So it's something that you can consider, and I can assure you it's multifaceted. So when you have a good foundation in the modules that lead up to your degree, you have a lot of career options after you graduate. Yeah. For example, our student here is thinking of doing master's studies, and he has a certain interest in immunology and drug development, which are very key aspects of what our society needs now. So I think a lot of you might feel iffy and are not sure. Yeah. Do take a look and read up and find us. Click on our website and find out more about us. And you can even have a campus tour. We have a little campus tour that will guide you. It's a virtual tour of the various departments here, and you can look at our labs as well. It's going to be worth your time. Do take a few minutes and click on it and take a look.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think some people also have the really mindset where because science seems very very complicated or very sophisticated. Yeah, they're afraid of that. But I think it helps that as long as you have the mind willing, there's been to explore. Because all this is in a sense knowledge that you can acquire. You can just read. You can read up about it. You can research about it, and gain all this knowledge. And because I mean, the expectation is that when you start this, you don't have that knowledge. We are trying to get you to have it. Yeah. And then you will find new things. You might apply it differently. And you don't have to, I mean, it's not necessarily only healthcare that can happen.
That's true. That's true.
We have the nutrition science. So
that's
I think you ever did tell me that some of the applications were like in biotech, like skincare, which I think a lot of us are personally interested in.
Okay. Yeah.
And even things like you said, beer making.
Yeah.
I think you ever told me
we have students who graduate from our biotech degree program and got employed by a Korean skincare firm back in Korea. So I just want to highlight that it's not all about making drugs. You know, it can be something as common as skincare, and it's a biotech stepping stone. You know, so for example, a lot of you might be have heard of things like SK2 Pitera essence, right? So actually, that is an essence that is created out of fermented product. It's a yeast fermentation product that is very good for the skin. You know, so a lot of the things that we are using on a daily basis, actually you might not be aware of it. It has a lot of biotech and bio research behind it. The innovation came from biotech discoveries. So a lot of people always think of it as medicine, but actually there are a lot of products that are in our daily lives, in our midst, that people didn't think of, but it was due to research that came out of biotech labs. You know, of course you've heard about the various vaccines for COVID now, and it's a biotech breakthrough as well. It's an mRNA technology that was researched upon for years and years, and until this pandemic came along, and then boom time, they found a big use for this technology. They always knew that they can use an mRNA molecule to produce proteins, any protein, and in this case it's antibodies against a certain virus. So they always knew that they could do this, but they didn't know who would be interested to use it for, until this big pandemic. It's timing. Yeah, it's really timing. Yeah.
You know that you have this thing, but you don't have a reason to use it.
To use it, So a lot of these discoveries, sometimes it's just being very lucky. It's just a stroke of luck. Suddenly it becomes the focal point of everybody. Because we need these medicines and these drugs and these vaccines. So sky's the limit. You never know. I'm sure there are lots of very entrepreneurial people out there who think of various products. Sometimes they say, "Oh, I just need a bit of background knowledge, and then I develop it and I study it." So there are lots of possibilities. When I first started studying, I didn't think that I would go into cancer research. So when I graduated, I got led by a certain project, and then I got slotted in a certain project, and again, it was interesting. It boomed. We published papers and you get into that track, that career track of research and teaching. So that's what happened to me. Yeah, I didn't really plan it so well, but it just happened. Life just happens sometimes. Yeah. So for you, it's interesting. You're at a very interesting juncture. Yeah, you're in your final year.
Yeah.
At least you know that you want to go into research, into immunology. These are good fields and interesting fields that has a lot of potential. So was there any teacher here that sort of inspired you to think of immunology, having that bit of help to get you into that frame of mind to do research in immunology?
There was a few lecturers actually. I think it's mostly
tell
Dr.
us.
Sunesh who taught us microbiology and immunology.
Dr. Sunesh, he's a very good lecturer.
Yeah, he's a good lecturer. He's always, on part with the students, always explaining us, teaching us what we need.
Yeah, Dr. Sunesh has been with us for 11 years, teaching here for 11 years. He's really a good colleague and a good lecturer, to the students, and he's always willing to share. Yeah. Do you think you would one day come back and join us and teach maybe when you finish
I'm
your...
hoping it happens.
Great.
Maybe
Wonderful.
I could help teach more students who are interested
you
here.
must spread your interests and get more students involved.
Don't ever give up that idea. We might even want you for guest lectures to talk about
One day we'll get you for guest lectures, or you can be one of our colleagues.
Maybe.
In a few years, we never know. It's really strange how life unfolds. Because I have bumped into my students, ex-students who have graduated, and in working environment, and because we teach so many, we don't recognize them, and then they start telling you, I was your student, and they say, oh, my name is this. I say, oh wow, you've grown up. I almost don't recognize you. So the life of a scientist, sometimes we bump into each other again in various stages of our career, and it's really good. I mean, I look forward to how you develop in the next few years.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good that you finish your NS already, and now you can pursue your education wholeheartedly.
Yes, and don't have no distractions. Just
no distractions. Tell us about your life here. I'm not that I want to say about distraction. Besides your daily classes, what other interactions you have on campus here?
On campus, besides our classes, mostly
You play games, sports?
we have a few clubs here, sports clubs. We have football clubs, badminton clubs. We also have the Life Sciences Biotechnology Club.
Yeah, we have a Biotechnology club in Life Science department. Yeah, for the students. Tell us more. Yeah.
So it's where we come together and do extra activities, other than our modules and lectures, where we learn more about, what we're interested in. It helps us.
Yeah.
It's we're just a group of people who.
Yeah. It's a good club for biology science, the School of Life Science students, because different level schools, year 1, year 2, year 3, so students can mingle with their seniors or their juniors in a life science school to exchange notes, to get to know what to expect, and to know more about each module before they start school. So it's helpful. I find that it's a very holistic way to study. It's not that you just come here for lectures and practicals and then you go home, you don't know anyone. This school, it has everything. It's a big campus. It has hostel facilities. It has various clubs for soccer, badminton, basketball, various games and interests. So it's really a complete campus for all students who wish to have a life with a bunch of people of your same interests, around your same age group. So this is as you can see in our student here. So it's not just all work and no play.
Don't forget your biotech can have hobbies too. I think you were telling me that the biotech can be used in, like they said, clothing, like Uniqlo. Imagine Uniqlo using all that fabric technology.
There's lots
then
of.
There was yeast can go in the beer brewing, the kombucha.
We have students who might not know this. When I was in school, when I was in university, I met classmates who said, oh, they're studying biology, they love biology and microbiology. And I said, oh, why, you know, what so interests you? And say, oh, they want to brew beer. They want to be brewing their own beer and start a microbrewery one day when they graduate. And which he did. And this classmate of mine, he did. He started his own beer making facility, even when he was in school or undergraduate days. But now he has a full-fledged, a real microbrewery, and that's his full-time job, you know. So there are different kinds of interests that might trigger people to want to start up a business, or just come and get your taste of life science degree first, and then one day you might develop different materials and different food additives, or drink developing techniques, or different yeast. Yeah, so the sky's the limit. It's quite a good way to step into your own business one day for those who are entrepreneurial. Yeah, unlike me, I was just a student, and I work as a researcher, a scientist, and and here I am still in a school environment. So it depends on your interests. It is of a few paths that people can take. There are lots of paths that people can take. So at this juncture, especially for people at the O-levels stage of their life, you know, so you can think if the future is full of possibilities, and there are lots of paths available, and get a good study foundation, get your education done, and then you can grow and develop from there. You can fly from there, really.
Yeah. Then you can look at all your different passions. It doesn't even have to be like I said. There can be a work focus. So that's your work focus, like your immunology, and then of course the focus
hobby.
in your hobbies version as well.
Your hobbies. Yeah.
Something like right now the sourdough craze is on. It's also all about yeast,
even the
cultivating all your
sourdough
wild
bread.
yeast.
It's the yeast. When you do a good sourdough bread, it's the yeast strain that makes the difference.
Definitely.
So there are scientists in biotech, food nutrition angle, you know, they are developing new strains of yeast to get the best sourdough bread.
Yeah,
you know,
it's crept into even into restaurants. There are restaurants that are doing a lot of fermentations,
fermented products,
experimenting a lot with fermented products, and all the different yeast and all the bacteria that is required for this.
Correct. So actually, really, not everybody wants to be in a diagnostic lab or biotech research lab or biomed research lab. You know, there are actually a lot of different pathways for different people of different interests. It might not be a career. It might even help your hobby. You know, it could be growing things. It can be growing plants, or maybe they have interest in butterflies, or they have interest in various insects. You know, so there are different kinds of interests for everyone. So do take a look. We have a very good foundation program. Don't forget that. And then the foundation program leads into the degree programs, which is 3-year direct degree, honors degree, which is very, very time-saving, I think. And so, but it's not the easiest, but you can do it. Most of us just do it. He can do it, yeah. Do you think that it was very tough on you for the past 3 years?
It's not tough on you. It's like well-spaced, and you know, it grows progressively. Like the first year is like basics and so. It's not too much stuff on the same time. You know, it's like progressive and well-spaced. Right. So it's like anyone can do it. If they have the drive to learn and more about science, they can all do it.
Yeah. So you heard it from our student. It is something that's progressive, that you develop over the years, and you get ready for it. Yeah, the course is well planned, I would say, that the student get into the next step and the next step and the next step. Yeah, so this guy is now in his final year, so he has been through quite a few terms here. So you can believe what he's saying. You can listen to his path. Yeah.
Would you have any advice also for those wanting to join? Consider this.
Just don't consider science as a very complicated subject. If you have the drive, you have the curiosity, you can always learn. You know, it's just about learning more stuff. It's not complicated. It's just
That's great.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
Thank you.
quite true too. Yeah. Even
because if it piques your interest, you should look into it and check it out. Yeah, this is a very comprehensive course here. We have the IFD, the Diploma, Foundation Diploma, and then we have the degree programs. And there are 3 degree programs, including the Nutrition Science, Biomed, Biotech. So this is all the time we have for today. So maybe until we talk again next round, all right? Or if you're interested, do write to us or look up the campus tour and find out more, all right?
Yeah.
See you.
We'll see you. Thank you very much.
Thank
for today
you.
too.
Thank you.